Picture this. Hailey Bieber tells Justin to wipe out every sign of Selena Gomez from his life. Photos, memories, even the quiet references in his music. And Justin straight up says no. That one word sets off a chain reaction. The refusal isn't just a private disagreement. It becomes a public spectacle that has fans around the world buzzing. What starts as whispers from social media posts and old interview clips snowballs into a drama too big to ignore. Reports claim Hailey wanted every hint of Selena gone, from sentimental Instagram shots to creative nods in Justin's songs. But Justin stood his ground. This wasn't some minor argument. It turned into a lightning rod for speculation about loyalty, control, and the lingering shadows of an old romance. The history between these three makes the situation even messier. Years ago, a 2013 tweet from Hailey resurfaced, where she spoke like a total fangirl about Justin and Selena as a couple. Fans saw it as proof she once idolized them, and the jokes about Hailey living in Selena's shadow practically wrote themselves. Then came claims that Hailey copied Selena, including an almost identical speech she gave that mirrored Selena's words so closely it sparked creepy stalker accusations online. Over time, these incidents built a storyline where Hailey always seemed to circle back to Selena, making her reported request to delete old photos feel like the boiling point of long-simmering insecurity. Justin's answer, no, hit differently for fans. To them, it wasn't just about keeping some pictures. It was about refusing to erase a piece of his life. Selena wasn't just an ex. She was part of his journey, woven into his career, music, and personal growth. Those memories shaped who he is, and removing them would be like rewriting history. That resistance came across as loyalty to himself and to the truth of his past. And because this was all happening in the public eye, the tension exploded even further. The internet made sure of that. This past June, Selena and Hailey unfollowed each other on Instagram, a move that sent both fan bases into overdrive. It was seen as the ultimate confirmation that things weren't just awkward, they were broken. Around the same time, Hailey's team had to deny she liked a TikTok that shaded Selena. Even with the denial, the rumor stuck. Many were convinced she had taken a jab at Selena, and that fed the belief that she can't let go of their rivalry. These small online moments acted like fuel, leading many to believe that Hailey demanding old photos be deleted was just the next obvious chapter in an ongoing feud. Fans are divided, and the debates get intense. Justin's supporters believe those photos are part of his story and his art, not something to be erased because of a marriage. They see his refusal as a sign of integrity. Critics of Hailey say the whole thing exposes her insecurity, claiming she's trying to control something she'll never win against. Social media is flooded with blunt comments. She's never beating the stalker accusations, or she's just a copycat. On the flip side, Hailey's defenders argue that as Justin's wife, she should have the right to set boundaries, and that keeping the photos could feel disrespectful to her. Meanwhile, Selena doesn't have to say a word to benefit. Whenever her name trends because of this drama, her visibility skyrockets. Old videos resurface, her music streams spike, and fans rally to support her all over again. The irony is hard to miss. If Hailey's goal is to erase Selena, it's having the opposite effect. The more she pushes, the more Selena's presence grows. But beyond the gossip, the situation could affect all three in real ways. Justin holding on to Selena's memory might overshadow his new work, making people question if he's truly moved on. Hailey could risk damaging her polished public image, especially since her road brand relies heavily on an image of effortless confidence. Selena's name staying tied to Justin's, even indirectly, could hold her back from fully moving forward in the public eye, especially as she focuses on her relationship with Benny Blanco. The audience rarely lets go of the past, and Hailey's push to remove it might only tighten the grip. Online theories keep multiplying. Some think this is just unresolved jealousy, with Hailey unable to accept that Justin's history with Selena is off limits. Others suspect it's calculated publicity, drama designed to keep their names dominating feeds and headlines. Then there are those who insist Selena gains the most, since every TikTok, every news story, and every Instagram comment keeps her at the center of a love triangle that's been in the spotlight for over 10 years. No matter the reason, one thing is certain: fans are glued to every move, treating it like a real-life soap opera they can't stop watching. The paths this situation could take are tangled, each carrying its own fallout. If Justin decides to keep the photos where they are, he may deal with ongoing tension at home, but fans who value honesty will see him as someone who refuses to rewrite his history for appearances. If Hailey chooses to push things further through a heartfelt public statement, a calculated interview, or even leaked private messages, some people might view her as vulnerable and sympathetic. But just as her of trying to manipulate the narrative, painting her as the one fanning the flames. And then there's the unpredictable factor: Selena herself. If she speaks up, whether to calm things down or to enjoy the attention, it could flip the storyline in a way no one expects. Right now, it feels like a storm without a clear ending, where every move sends shockwaves through the fan base. This drama hasn't stayed confined to gossip sites. It's spilled over into the world of business and branding. Hailey's company, Rhode, has built its identity around clean aesthetics and effortless style. But the internet doesn't respect boundaries, and every viral moment linking her to Selena chips away at that image. Comments on Rhode's social media posts sometimes have nothing to do with skincare at all, yet they drag her right back into the feud. This isn't just a short-lived PR hiccup. It risks eroding the trust consumers have in the brand. Once people connect a business owner with insecurity or obsession, that association is hard to shake. What began as a private request between spouses quickly turned into professional quicksand, threatening a venture that depends heavily on public perception. Justin hasn't escaped the spotlight either. His unwillingness to erase old traces of Selena has invited speculation about whether he's really moved on, or if those memories still have a hold on him. Commentators pore over his song lyrics, searching for subtle references, while every interview is examined for signs of longing or hesitation. Even a casual performance can spark online debates about whether his art is still influenced by a relationship that ended years ago. What he sees as staying true to his personal history has morphed into a public trial over his emotional loyalty and maturity. Meanwhile, Selena's silence has been its own powerful move. Fans see her refusal to engage as a sign of grace and self-control. They contrast her calm approach with the visible stress on the Bieber side, interpreting it as proof she's moved on and found happiness with Benny Blanco. Her quietness has become her strongest card, allowing her to appear above the chaos while still benefiting from the renewed attention. Instead of fading from the narrative, she's risen higher in it. Old songs find new life on streaming charts. Vintage interview clips circulate again, and her fan base grows more protective. In trying to reduce her presence, Hailey's reported demand has only secured Selena's position as a central figure in the story. Speculation about what's next is endless. Some predict Hailey will craft a public statement aimed at shifting opinion back in her favor. But with fans ready to dissect every word, the chance of backlash is high. Others believe Justin might orchestrate a highly visible moment with Hailey, perhaps a romantic public appearance meant to show unity. The problem? In an age of online cynicism, even genuine displays can be labeled staged. And then there's the wild card: Selena breaking her silence. A direct comment from her could either bring closure or turn the fire into a full-blown explosion. In the meantime, the audience is making their own entertainment out of it. TikTok creators dramatize the saga with reenactments, YouTubers break down every hint and clue, and Instagram fan accounts keep track of every interaction like scorekeepers in a championship match. Some people aren't just following the story, they're treating it like an ongoing series, complete with episodes, plot twists, and cliffhangers. They compare outfits from years apart, analyze body language from old videos, and interpret every follow or unfollow as if it's hard evidence in a courtroom. The stakes go beyond who wins in the court of public opinion. Hailey risks not only losing fans who have long preferred Selena, but also turning off casual followers who might see her behavior as controlling or obsessive. Justin risks appearing indecisive, caught between honoring his history and prioritizing his present relationship. And Selena, without lifting a finger, continues to come across as the most composed of the three, which only strengthens her public image. The imbalance keeps people guessing. Is Justin's refusal about principle, or is it about lingering feelings? Was Hailey's request a simple boundary, or a sign she's reached her breaking point? These questions keep the drama alive long after the original incident. As this chapter winds down, the future remains wide open. Will Justin and Hailey make a visible show of solidarity? Can Hailey ever fully separate herself from comparisons to Selena? Or will that shadow follow her no matter what she does? And will Selena keep her quiet advantage or decide the time is right to speak out and shape the narrative herself? What's certain is that this isn't over. It's shifting, reshaping itself with every comment, every repost, every subtle online gesture. And as long as it keeps changing, the audience will keep watching, ready for the next spark that turns the whole thing into a fresh explosion of attention.